What's going on, everyone? It's RVP back with another video. This is my 2018-19 Premier League predictions. This is my first year doing predictions for the EPL. I'm going to go in-depth on the teams I think will be relegated and those I think will be into the Europa League and, of course, the top four advancing to the Champions League. So let's jump right into it. First, I'm going to start with number 20 and the relegated teams and work my way up to number 1. So I'll have in-depth analysis of all those teams, and teams in the middle I'll just give a quick blurb about. These are the relegated teams. Starting at number 20 is going to be Cardiff City. They had an outstanding championship campaign last season, but really just a lack of talent in the EPL, and I think Cardiff City will go straight back into the championship for the 2019-2020 season. In 19th, I have Huddersfield. They barely escaped relegation last season. It was a great story that they escaped relegation, but they don't stand much of a chance, I think, this year of staying in the EPL. I think they are moved down to the championship as well. This year is a little different. There's a lot of teams on the bottom that really could fall into relegation, but I think Cardiff, Huddersfield, and Brighton and Hove Albion is my last team I think will be relegated in 18th, although of all the teams I think they have somewhat of a chance. They avoided relegation last season, but I think they should be in for a similar campaign, and I think this year it will not be enough, and they'll possibly be relegated down to the championship. So I'll go quickly through the rest of the teams up to number 6. I have Bournemouth at 17, Fulham at 16, Burnley at 15, Watford, Southampton, and Leicester City. 17th, Bournemouth dropping from 11th. They had a great campaign last year. Fulham new to the league. I think 16th is decent for them. Burnley had an outstanding campaign. They finished 7th last season. I think they'll drop kind of back down to earth a little bit this year. Watford staying put at 14. Southampton up to 13. I think Leicester will fall to 12 from 9th last season, mostly losing Riyad Mahrez, a scoring threat for them, and I think they'll drop a little bit because of losing him to, of course, Manchester City. Now in the next group, 11th to 7th, we have Newcastle, Wolves, Everton, Crystal Palace, and West Ham. Wolves was 10th last season, is new to the EPL this season. They were great in the championship. I think they'll have a good season this year. A lot of additions in the transfer window. Newcastle stays about the same, as does Everton. Crystal Palace, I think, up to 8th from 11th last season. And West Ham is poised for a good year as well. Made some nice transfers, and they look poised to have a great campaign. So now into the real in-depth analysis here in the top 6. And it's a typical top 6. Starting at 6th and 5th, Chelsea and Arsenal. I'm grouping these two together because they have kind of similar stories, in my opinion. Both of the squads remain relatively unchanged, and I think they'll stay in the top 6. They're far and away better than the likes of West Ham, Crystal Palace, Everton, Wolves, but really not really ready to compete for a Champions League spot. Like I said, they're kind of unchanged from last year, the rosters, and they'll be decent. I mean, Chelsea is used to winning in the last couple of seasons, but I think they'll struggle a little bit this year. And compared to these top 4 teams coming up next, I think Arsenal and Chelsea will struggle a bit and stay into the Europa League. 4th, I have Tottenham Hotspur. I think Harry Kane leading the charge for Spurs. He will have the most goals in the EPL. I'll predict that right now. I think he has the most goals this year. And their starting 11 kind of remaining unchanged. They were in 3rd place last year. And I think they'll also have a great campaign this year as well. And it's not as much of them getting worse and dropping to 4th. It's the top 3 teams getting better. And in 3rd place here, I have Manchester United. They were 2nd last season. I like the addition of Fred in the midfield, a sense of calm kind of in the midfield, which is really what United needs. Pogba, Sanchez, Lukaku have so much talent. But they'll really have to play their full potential, which they really at times last year didn't play to their potential. And I think if United are going to compete against Man City and Liverpool in my top 2 here, I think those guys, Pogba, Sanchez, Lukaku, among others, will really have to live up to their potential. Martial and Rashford as well. And if they're the most talented team in the EPL, I think if they can get it all together, they could win. But I have them in 3rd this year because I think Liverpool improved a lot in the offseason. Mo Salah, of course, leading a strong squad. 2, I think 2nd place, up from 4th last season. Fabinho, Shaqiri, and Alisson, great additions to the team, I think. And Fabinho should lead a stronger Liverpool defense from last season. I think their roster improved much more than United and Tottenham did in the offseason, and I think that will lift them up to 2nd. But, of course, no surprise here, Manchester City is the best team. They were the best team in the EPL last season, and they got even better by adding Riyad Mahrez, as I mentioned previously. They're strong on all sides of the ball, and that young core, Sterling, Silva, Jesus, among others, they're only going to get better from here. And the campaign they put together last season was just stunning. It was one of the best campaigns I've ever seen, and I'm sure you as well. And I think they're just only going to get better. A lot of young talent there. Very young team, and I'm excited to see this Man City team. As a Manchester United fan myself, it's kind of upsetting to watch Man City be so good, but you have to give it to them. They are an amazing team, and they'll only get better in the next couple seasons. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video today. Stay tuned for more sports predictions. If you have your own predictions or you disagree with something I said in the video, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I would love to talk to you about it. Have a good day, guys. Check out some more videos on the channel if you enjoyed this one. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.